you guys, it's Karen. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be building my dog first aid kit with you guys. If you hear snoring, Max is under the table that I'm sitting at because he has to be beside me every time I start filming. But yeah, we're going camping in a few weeks and it's hurricane season, so now is the best time to go ahead and get this together. I've had some of these materials for a while now, but I haven't put them in the first aid kit. So let's get to it. So the first thing you're gonna need, of course, is a first aid kit. And you can get these anywhere. I got this from Target years ago. This is your typical first aid kit, and it comes with compartments. That's why I say you want a first aid kit. If you have some kind of there's a coupon that expired a year ago. If you have some kind of bag or container that has like sections in it, then that'll work too. You don't have to go buy a first aid kit, but these are like $5, maybe $10. And I know that every summer Target and probably CVS and just about everywhere else will do, if you buy one of these, you get 3 items free, like Neosporin or Band-Aids or something. Or maybe it's if you buy 3 of those, you get the bag free. So the first thing I am going to put in my first aid kit is hand sanitizer. I keep hand sanitizer in the car as well as these wipes. I've just always had wipes in the car, and if you have dogs, you know why, because it can get really messy, especially when we go on walks, particularly at the reservoir or somewhere where a lot of other dogs hang out. Max will wallow if he finds a really gross spot where a dog peed or something, and I'll have to give him a quick wipe down, but also just to keep my hands clean. And now that COVID is everywhere, I'm sure everybody has sanitizer in their car. So this is just a really old container that I've had. I'm kind of a hoarder with containers, like for conditioners, any conditioner jars, or like little things like this I will keep just in case I need them, and came in handy. But yeah, so this is just plain hand sanitizer, and I'm just gonna put that in here because if you're dealing with your dog, like if they have a scrape or like some deep cut, you want to make sure your hands are clean. And make sure to get under your nails. I hate when I see people cleaning their hands and they don't get under their nails, but I'm just gonna slap that on in here. Oh wow, everything is snug. So while we're on the topic of sanitization, I'm gonna let you guys know that I keep hydrogen peroxide at the house now because I learned at the beginning of COVID, actually, I started working from home and Max got into, I'm not accustomed to like eating with him early in the morning. I'm accustomed to being at work at my desk, but I was at home working, and I had a bunch of dark chocolate granola in a bowl, and I went to the back absentmindedly, leaving it on the couch, and he ate all of it. So I called the vet, and she was like, just get some hydrogen peroxide and about a teaspoon of it, and make him drink it, and it will induce vomiting. I could not find any of this anywhere because people were going insane at the beginning of COVID. So I ran into some at Target, so I got 2 just to keep it on hand. I don't like using hydrogen peroxide on cuts because it does kill organic matter. Like, isn't it like killing your skin? Pretty sure it is. I had a really bad cut once, and I have a really nasty scar from overusing hydrogen peroxide. So I would not use this on a dog's cut. But if they eat something and you need them to vomit, this will come in handy. And I don't have it in a small container just yet. I'll probably put it in a smaller container. But I also put everything in this bag. Like, this is pretty much the dog's bag for when we go anywhere. So the first aid kit's gonna go in here, their medicine's gonna go in here, and I could just put this big container in here, but I don't know, because this can also be used for cleaning if you don't have cleaning supplies, so you never know. By the way, with the hydrogen peroxide, you probably won't have a spoon if you're traveling. I do have this medicine spoon and dropper, but this is just good to have on hand if you have a dog or a child and you don't want to just pour something down their throat. So okay, so after hand sanitizer, I am going to go ahead and open up this Neosporin. I went ahead and got a fresh box because, like I said, I use Neosporin a lot Like, if you guys saw my legs right now, mosquitoes have torn me to pieces. This is just the Soothes, Cut, Scrapes, and Burns one. They have one that reduces scars and everything. I just got the plain one, maximum strength for my dogs, for if they have a cut or any kind of a boo-boo. Okay guys, so we have the sanitizer and the Neosporin, and now you're gonna need something to wrap the wound. So dogs do not use band-aids because they have fur. I mean, you could put a bandage on it, but it's probably gonna come off. They're gonna rip it off, or it's gonna take their fur out when you remove it. So I went ahead and picked up some Tough Wrap, some gauze, some non-stick pads, and some cloth tape. This gauze is just to clean up any blood from the wound. So if they were bitten or if they fell or something happened, you're gonna clean up the blood with the gauze. And then you're going to use the non-stick pads to cover the wound. And let me show you, because these do not stick at all. I'm not gonna open it, but just in case, you've seen these at the hospital, in case you didn't know them from the box. But you know, they have these in the doctor's office. They don't stick, they're just a pad. They're like the padding that's in a band-aid without the stickiness of the band-aid around it. So you would just hold this against the wound, and then you would use this Tough Wrap, and this stuff sticks by itself. But if you have a really, not a bad dog, but a dog that just is not easy to handle, like she's really feisty. If something's happening that she doesn't want, she's gonna try everything to get her way, whereas Max wouldn't bother this, but Roxy would. So just for double reinforcement, you got some tape, because the tape is thicker, so they're not going to be able to peel that off. It's easier. And of course, we're not looking for any kind of permanent situations right now. We're looking for something to keep everything in place so that there aren't any infections going on until we get to a vet. Like if you're in the middle of the woods because you were camping, you don't want to leave a wound open. So okay, so now we have everything that we need to take care of the wound itself. We have the sanitizer to clean our hands, the gauze to clean up any blood, the Neosporin to prevent infections. We have the non-stick pad to cover the wound, and we have the tape and the wrap to secure the wound. So to secure the bandage around the wound. So now we just need to pack our scissors that will help us to cut the tape and the wrap, and we need some tweezers in case something got stuck in there, you know, or for ticks. Yeah, I still hate ticks because you want to make sure you get the head out, so you want some really good tweezers. Like these are pretty good. They're it's like that really sharp head. So yeah, these are really sharp, and the sharp head will help me to be more precise if I'm pulling out a tick, or I don't know, whatever's going on in there. If you have not dealt with any kind of a scary situation where something's caught in the wound, don't go play on doctor if you don't know what you're doing. Just get to a vet as soon as possible. I really only had ticks in mind when I decided to put tweezers in the first aid kit. I don't plan on playing doctor. If they're bleeding a lot, we're gonna try to keep the wound covered and get to the vet as soon as possible. Which reminds me, you guys, make sure if you're going somewhere you're not familiar with, like we're going camping, I'm not familiar with that area, I am making a list of the closest vets, just in case, you know, there's not a phone working or there's no Wi-Fi access. You just want to make sure you have that on hand. And of course, you should keep a list of all the emergency contacts, like poison control. If I think of any other ones, then I will link them in the description box as well. Just always check the description box because sometimes I add other things down there. Okay, so the last thing to put in the first aid kit is Benadryl, because it helps with allergies, yes, but also if your dog is bitten or stung, this will help with the swelling and the pain that comes with that. Max's snout was flaring up last summer. I was like, what is happening to him? Like, it was scary. Like, you know when you see those bee bites on dogs and people are like, it's cute? It is not cute in person. I don't think it's cute in the photos, but It's not cute at all. And I was so scared, and I called my vet, and he was like, he probably just got an insect bite. And I gave him some Benadryl, and that swelling went down like within the day. So yeah, I'm gonna keep a pack of this in there. And check with your vet to see what dosage your dog should have of Benadryl. Max is 15 pounds and he gets 1 tablet, which is 25 milligrams. But you check with your vet according to your dog's weight and health concerns. So yeah, that wasn't as intimidating as I thought it was gonna be. It's pretty easy packing a first aid kit. We have everything we need: sanitizer, Neosporin, Benadryl, just the basics. And also, if your dog is on any kind of medication, you might want to throw those in there, but I keep their medicine separate. So they take joint supplements and allergy medicine, and sometimes a steroid, depending on what's going on with their health at that time. But I always keep those in this bag. Like this lime green bag is the dog's to-go bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this kit in there. I'm gonna put the first aid kit in there, the dropper, just because I don't have Ziploc bags on me right now, and I don't want to open this and contaminate it if it will be used to drop hydrogen peroxide or just anything that they're going to ingest. I don't want to contaminate it. And the peroxide I'm going to put in here because we have one for the house as well, a tube for the house. And yeah, I will also throw their meds in here when it's time to go, but until it's time to go, all of this will just stay in this bag. Okay, you guys, so that was everything that I'm putting in my first aid kit. It was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. I guess the idea of putting something together for an emergency was intimidating, but it was just the basics, everything that I already knew to use and everything that I already had around the house just in case, but now it's all in one place. And you can also throw some gloves in there if you have some on hand. The sanitizer is to keep your hands clean, but also gloves are just extra reinforcement. And if you don't have sanitizer, it's just good to keep some gloves in there. I do have gloves, thank goodness, because I do my hair a lot, so I just had gloves in there. I just had gloves at the house already, so I didn't have to worry when COVID hit. But if you don't, sanitizer is efficient. You just want to make sure your hands are clean if you're dealing with an open wound. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you put together your first aid kit. If I can think of anything else that I want to add to mine, I'll put it in the description box. And I'm also going to have a written version of this on the blog just so that you don't have to rewatch the video, but you can if you want to. Again, the link to maxismom.com is going to be in the description box. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe if you haven't and turn on notifications, and enjoy the rest of your day.